Well, hello, Funky Doodlers. My name's Kieran Siemens, and this is the Drawing Channel, the Art Channel, the Fun Channel. This is where we start to get into some fun with art. And I've had a fantastic, beautiful question, and a very common question. What is the best way to practice? Right. Well, practice is a very big subject, and everybody has a different way of doing it. But I've got a little secret to share with you today about practicing and what's the best way and the most fun way to practice. So, if you want to get on and we'll do some practicing this morning with a very special trick. Are you ready? Get your pens ready. Here we go. Okay, so welcome back. And today we're going to talk about one of the secrets of art, and that is the practicing of art. Now, if you were a sports person and you had to practice, what you would find, just to remind you where we are, if you were a sports person and you were practicing, you might find that your arms and your legs get tired and your muscles get tired. Or if you were a guitar player on some rock band, you'd find out all that finger action would make all your fingers ache. With us, as artists, we just use a pen. Just that. That's it. So, it becomes easy and it becomes fun. And the more fun that it brings into us, the more we want to do it. And that's a real special thing about being a funky doodler, is we can funky doodle all day long if we want. So I want to kind of get into a little bit about practice and some of the fun ways to practice. Because it can get very serious for some people. But what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and think of a shape, okay? We're going to think of something like a banana shape or the shape of a snail, or the shape of a packet of butter, or something like that, or a bean, or something like that. A bean's a good one. Yeah. Okay, so, and what you try to do is then you try to think of a piece of clothing or something like that. So you think about a shape, a bean. We'll do a bean just for today. We'll do a bean. And we will do a bean wearing a piece of clothing, maybe like a waistcoat, or a handbag, or a hat, or something like that. And then we'll choose an animal, like an elephant, or a giraffe, or something mystical, like a unicorn, or something like that. And you take these 2 or 3 things, like you take a shape, you take a piece of clothing, or a prop of some sort of hat, and then you'll take a animal or creature or something, and you do one of those 3 things, and you have it in your mind about putting these 3 elements together. And that's what we're going to do today. So, Funky Doodlers, are you ready? Let's get into it. So we're going to start off, and I'm going to try and draw a bean, and I hope everybody knows what a bean looks like. I'll draw a kidney bean, so it's a little bit more kind of fun to it. It's more of a kind of that kind of shape. Okay? Can you see that? It doesn't matter. If you should be quite clean on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to think of a character. And I like the idea of a unicorn, you know, just to be a little bit magical and a little bit special with it, you know. And if you're a little bit unsure, you can kind of like play with you can kind of sketch in some kind of arms or something, or some legs or whatever, if you feel a little bit unsure. But this is like a little bit of a challenge. This is part of the practice, is of kind of like getting into understanding your shape and then thinking about your character. And we will go through the same processes as we usually do, we will obviously choose an expression. And so let's start off with an expression. I want to kind of make him look kind of like he's out to do some business today. He's kind of looking a little bit kind of serious, and I want to kind of play around a little bit with this one. I want to kind of make his two eyes stuck together like that. Now I'm actually using ink today. It doesn't matter what you're using. You can use pen, you can use biro, you can use whatever you want, but I think the black comes up a little bit better, so I will use that today. And I'm going to give him quite a big serious eyebrow like that. Okay, we'll give him his little eyes, and we'll put the eyes slightly off to the side just to kind of give him a little bit more character. And I've just kind of given some little lines underneath his eyes just to kind of make him look like maybe he's a bit tired or something. You know, he's had a tough night drawing and practicing and stuff like that, you know. And you can have a little bit of fun. You can give some little long hairs to his eyebrow. Again, just thinking about your character. And you don't have to do it like this. You can do your eyes however you want. You can do one big and one small. You can do two little round ones. You can do whatever you want, okay? But I'm just trying to show you that whatever you do is okay, because today is practicing day. Now, I would like to make this add a little bit of a lump to, and I'm just going to add a little bit of an extra kind of nose, because I feel like that bean is giving him a very, very short nose. So I'm going to add a little bit of an extra circle on there just to give him that character of having a little bit more of a kind of horse type nose. And I'm going to start drawing down towards that nose. I'm going to start to draw some kind of nose for my unicorn. And a unicorn, you know, nobody's seen a unicorn, so you can draw whatever you want. You can do one horn, you could do long legs, short legs, a little fat body, a little skinny body. You could do whatever, spots on him, whatever you want. Okay? Because this is our Funky Doodler unicorn. Now the ink is bleeding a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, we're just practicing. And I'm going to give him a nice kind of big smile. But I also want to give him some little teeth, little kind of buck teeth on him, just to kind of give him a little bit more of a fun. There we go. And already he's starting to build up some very, very nice expression. Okay? And what we're going to do over here is we're going to do his nostrils. So, you know, I like to do little kind of squiggly nostrils. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to draw a little bit of a line down there, just to make sure that we can kind of see that he's got a little bit of a color change between those. And don't be afraid to kind of add little details if you want to draw little kind of lines, like little wrinkles on his head or anything like that. You want to give him a little mustache, a little pretty mustache like mine, and anything like that. You could give him a nice scarf, whatever you wish. Okay, but we were talking about maybe like a waistcoat, and a waistcoat is kind of like a jacket with its arms cut off. So we'll think about that as we get to it. So we're going to draw the back of his neck up so that I can do some ears. And I want to get some nice kind of big, I want to give him quite good big ears, you know. I want to kind of give him that. And this is all practice. This is all just doing. You could do triangle ears, you could do diamond shaped ears, you could do square ears, you could do round ears, whatever you're in the mood to do today. And now I'm going to draw a big horn. And it doesn't matter if your lines are a little bit wobbly, it makes it even more special. And remember, this is practice, okay? So you can just do some little lines going up and down his horn to kind of add some little details to it. Doesn't matter what they look like, just kind of have fun with it. And mostly this is about fun. And you can see already that's like a big triangle for the shape of his horn, so it's nice and simple. And I'm going to give him a little tuft of hair. Oh, and don't forget his other ear. Remember, unicorns have 2 ears. Lovely. So already starting to be very cute, isn't he? And that's all just practicing, just drawing all the things that we've been doing all week. We've been drawing little round eyes, little egg-shaped eyes, little round eyes, little thin eyes, anything. Or smile. You can do an open mouth, the big kind of smile with showing all his teeth. You could do round ears, whatever you like. And I'm going to give him some hair that runs down his back. And it's just like, just throwing those lines down. Don't you worry too much about it. You just make it look fun. You know, even there I've made a little couple of splashes. It doesn't matter. It's just practice. And remember that when you're practicing, you're trying to do something different than what you did yesterday. Okay? And it doesn't have to be too much different, you know. Maybe you did a kidney bean shape yesterday, but maybe you did an elephant. So changing little bits each time you practice is a very, very, very good practice. Now I've got to draw this waistcoat now. And I'm going to bring this waistcoat in. Like that. And I'm going to give it a big loop there for where his arm comes through. And I'm going to give him... And don't worry about all my little splashes. It's just fun, okay? It doesn't matter if you make a mess. In fact, the more of a mess you make, it means the more fun you're having. And I'm going to draw a big, long arm coming down there. I don't know why, but I love the idea of having really long arms and really long legs. Now, on this one, it's slightly different because we don't have fingers. Okay, so on a unicorn, he's going to have a hoof, which is kind of just like a square, really. So, again, if you're drawing a unicorn or something like that, just draw a nice big kind of square shape like that, and do a little wiggle to kind of in the middle to kind of show like a highlight on the, so it's like a shiny foot. And then we go back to finishing our little waistcoat. Now again, as you're drawing the waistcoat, you're thinking about what I could add to it. What would be nice? What kind of waistcoat would I like? You know? Maybe you would want one with like big daisies all over it or something like that. So, if you want to have stars, you draw stars. If you want to have the moon, you draw the moon. If you want to have daisies, if you want to have stripes, stripes would be fun. And I'm just going to draw some big flowers, which is just a circle with like lots of kind of fingers coming off them. And there's a little circle, and I'm going to do lots of little kind of sausages or fingers that will be the petals around the edge of the circle. And it makes a real kind of funky style to him. Let's just do another circle around that so it gives it like a nice kind of edge to it. And then I'll draw lots of little flowers on his jacket. And some of the, on the pattern, some of the the flowers get cut in half, and that's okay. We can draw some real full flowers in there as well. And the fun about the practice is that we're just choosing a shape, we're choosing a piece of clothing, we're choosing some kind of animal. And it doesn't matter what animal you choose, as long as you're having fun. Now I'm going to bring that down there. So, you're going to give him a tail. And I like the idea that he's got some kind of big swooshy tail like a horse has got. And it's just a squiggly line. Just cha 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 cha. Keep it fun. And again, just doing some lines in there to make it look like it's a hairy tail. Doesn't he look great? Right, so I'm going to draw the rest of his belly. I'm just going to follow that big circle around there. And he's already looking magnificent, isn't he? You know? And we're going to draw a long sausage shape here. I'm going to give him very long legs. And you can give him short legs if you want. That's fine. That's okay. That's what it's all about. You drawing whatever you want to draw. And the more you draw what you want to draw, and the style that you want, with the pen that you want, that makes you an even better Funky Doodler. I want to draw with this pen today. So that's what makes me happy. That's what I will do. So we're going to get back to his feet. We're going to give him some little kind of square type of slightly angled shoes. And they are looking fantastic, don't they? Look fantastic. Do a little squiggle up there to show the kind of highlight. Right, so I've got to draw another arm over here. And I'm going to draw a long kind of curved sausage here. And remember, since you're practicing, if you don't know how to draw a foot, you can draw it over on the side. You don't know how to draw a tail, you could draw it over on the side, okay? Don't be too worried about it. Okay, it's just a practice drawing. And it might end up to be a beautiful drawing that you want to keep forever. And whatever it is, as long as you're having fun through this process, the fun process of changing everything around, small eyes, big eyes, long nose, small, anything you want, you can change it. And you can make your own character. So that is a very, very, very beautiful, very happy unicorn made out of a bean. We drew a kidney bean, and we thought about a waistcoat, and then we thought about a unicorn, and we put all of those elements together, and we came up with a beautiful unicorn. And I want to draw sunshine up here. And I'm just going to draw a big round sunshine with lots of kind of beams of the sun coming off. And there he is. And if you want, you could add some clouds. Maybe we want some clouds. Maybe we want to make it into a nice sunny day. You just do some squiggly wiggly clouds. You just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you've got some clouds. And that shows our unicorn in the sunshine having a beautiful day. Made out of those three elements. And remember, since we are practicing, it's just fun. It's just about nothing that you draw is wrong. Nothing you draw should be done better. Whatever you wish, whatever you want to do, this is where the practice comes in. And you can do these on just like regular old pieces of paper, or you could do it on like a sketchbook. I often draw my squiggles in these cheap kind of notepads. You can buy them in like the pound store or something like that, and they just, you're scribbling around, changing some shapes, and the more you change and the more you kind of experiment with things, the better your drawing will be, the better your mind will be, and the better that people will look at your drawing and go, wow, did you draw that? Okay, so what I usually do at the end of my drawing is I always put my name on it. And I like to write my name the way I like to write my name. And I like to just kind of scratchy scribble my name. And you can write your name, whatever your name is. And I would love to see what you've drawn. And now you can post them up onto the hashtag Funki Doodler Club. And you can post them up there, and I can see all your drawings. And I can even comment on them. So you can start to make your Funki Doodler friends online with this new club. And we're all in this just to have fun, okay? And I won't contact anybody offline, so if you get any strange messages, it wasn't from me, okay? So it's all very safe, and we keep everybody on there having fun and showing your artwork. Okay, so there's my name, and usually what I do, but you don't have to. I know that some people kind of copy my way of doing things, but I don't mind. So what I usually do is I draw a big fat, I just put a big frame around mine just to kind of make it look special. I just dab it down and just splash it on. And for me, that makes me feel like it could be framed in gold or something, you know? In some kind of famous gallery. And there we have today's Funki Doodle drawing. And what we have learned from this is a great way to practice, okay? A great way to choose a shape, a triangle, a square, a bean, and then choose a piece of clothing like a scarf or a hat, or like my cool hat, look at that, and or a waistcoat like we drew today. And what we're doing is we're putting all that together with some kind of animal, like a tiger. And let's see what you've done today. You can post them up onto the hashtag Funki Doodler Club onto Instagram, and I will have a look, and we can see all the drawings coming in, and everybody can look at everybody's drawings. It'll be like an online gallery for artists like you and me. Isn't that cool? Right, so that is our drawing for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned some little things in there about learning how to practice. And practice is one of the best things, because we're not going to get tired fingers, we're not going to get tired legs, we're not going to get tired muscles. So we can draw and doodle all day long. And that sounds great for me. So I will see you later on for some more lessons. So see you later. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Send me a comment. Tell me where you are, what you've done, how you feel. Were you squishy banana? Were you cool pizza? Or were you funky chicken all the way? Let me know how you did. Okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.